We're going to start the program with remarks from our Vice Chair of our board, Mr. Paul Delamar.
Good morning. Everybody's awake. First of all, I'm going to apologize to you in advance. I have a meeting at my son's school at 8:30. So as soon as I'm done, I'm going to get in the car and drive there. The boss told me I had to be there, so I'm going to be there. I want to thank Dr. Ross. I believe it was his idea to host this breakfast a few years ago, and of course we all thought on the Board of Trustees it was a good idea to bring the people who work hard without getting paid for it most of the time in this county, to make good things happen for the people of this county. And everybody here is part of that. As you know, the government can't do it all, and sometimes parents can't do it all, and sometimes family members can't do it all, and you all are here to fill those gaps and to help people who frequently need help but cannot find it in other places. We appreciate what you do. We thank you. That's what the college is about. The college is about making sure that people have opportunity, that people have an opportunity in a cost-effective way to improve their lives. And that is what you do as well. And we appreciate it. I also appreciate all of the staff here, the people that prepared the food for the breakfast, Dr. Ross's staff who organizes this, and all of the nonprofits that are here. I see the press is coming at me with a camera. The most dangerous place in Pamlico County right now is between me and the camera. Anyway, you all have a good morning and a good breakfast, and thank you for having me, and thank you for everything you do.
We will have a tribute right now to one of the most important initiatives that any of us have been involved in this year. And no matter what you do, you are changing lives for the better. And many of you are saving lives. And it's my belief that Pamlico County is one of the best places in America to live. And I believe the reason for that, well, there are many reasons, but if you look at it, the nonprofit sector, I believe, is the foundation of any great community. And I believe that's the case here, where we have outstanding nonprofits that are made great by all of you who go above and beyond the call of duty every day to change lives and save lives. And when we look at our purpose in life, that's the only thing that's made sense to me, is that we're here to make other lives better. And all of you are doing it. And today, by having this breakfast for you, and by celebrating all you do, thanking you, and helping spread the word about the great work you do and the lives that are impacted, then our community becomes even better. We're starting today with a short video shared with us by PCC trustee Larry Prescott, who's also a member of the Broad Creek Christian Church. The video was produced as a progress report to over 24 churches and individuals around the state and nation who donated over $36,000 to Broad Creek Christian Church to assist in the recovery efforts after Hurricane Florence. It demonstrates and shows how networking with other agencies and nonprofits help many families. No matter what you are doing to change lives in this community, I believe all of you are helping people impacted by that terrible hurricane. So it's appropriate that we show this brief video. And Barbara, if you could put it up, that would be great. Thank you. I could struck, it impacted all of our lives. And one of the parts about Pamlico County that makes it one of the best places in America to live is the resilience of everyone who lives here. And when you see this type of film and you look at the work that all of you have done, and you see lives who were shattered, but now coming back into getting back to some sense of normalcy, why it emphasizes how important all of your work is. Right after the hurricane hit, we became an emergency shelter. And I came in, and the first people I met was there was a student and her family, and they lived in a trailer, and the trailer was hit by a tree, came down and split the trailer right in half in the middle of the storm. And they were here homeless, and now back on their feet again. So we have many instances of this resilient nature of our community through everyone working together. At this point, I'd like to introduce Richard Foley. Richard, first of all, some background. Each year we do this. We, of course, have wonderful food that's provided to us. And this year is the first time we've had a sponsor to pay for the food. And that sponsor also is going to be giving out a $500 check to some lucky nonprofit. And our sponsor is Wells Fargo. And Richard Foley, Regional Banking Branch Manager, the Assistant Vice President of the Bayville Branch of Wells Fargo, really stepped up to the plate by providing this donation to us. And I'm asking just to speak for a few minutes, and then we're going to have the drawing, and we are going to identify which group will get the $500 donation from Wells Fargo for your nonprofit. So please join me in welcoming Richard Foley.
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Again, my name is Richard Foley, so I'm excited to really represent Wells Fargo and kind of Bayboro and Pamlico County, on behalf of the more than 34,000 Wells Fargo team members that really work all across North Carolina. So I'm really excited to be a part of this special event. Everybody that's contributed, putting the breakfast together, all of you guys, because it's really for all of you. We've really tried to be, as a company, Wells Fargo, a long-time sponsor of Pamlico Community College. We've supported some different scholarships and things over the years for some students that attended, this college. And really, most people know Wells Fargo Bank as a financial services provider. But really, we want to be just a responsible corporate citizen, trying to strengthen the communities that we work in. So it's one thing to be able to sponsor through the dollars that we can donate, but really for all of you that represent the different organizations here, I want to let you guys know that we are, an organization that will provide the manpower, the people that you see in these videos, hammering the nails and painting walls and stuff like that. We want to be able to donate those types of things to you guys as well. So if you ever are in need of just, people to help, please reach out to the local branch, ask for me, or just ask for somebody that can help with volunteer activities. We can gather people not just from Pamlico County, but really the surrounding areas to try to put some people together to help. Because I know it's sometimes more than just the financing. It can be the people that come together to really try to do things for you guys too. So last year as a company, Wells Fargo was able to donate over $440 million to nonprofit organizations across the country. Part of that process for us, there's an online grant application that you do fill out. That is how Pamlico County was able to receive this sponsorship today. So again, we're really proud to sponsor Pamlico County, but you can find the ability to apply for our grants through Wells Fargo's website as well. So I encourage you guys to do that if you're looking for a financial contribution. So on top of that, I know Dr. Ross kind of mentioned that we were going to have this raffle today. So we are going to be able to have kind of one lucky winner. So make sure you guys have your tickets ready. We're going to pull one of these tickets right now. And whoever's got that ticket, we'll have you come up. So.
Did everybody get a ticket? Or they should have been in your name tag. Or you might have been handed one. Everybody have a ticket? Okay.
Okay, so the number is 127630. Is it the wrong one? So we may have some duds in here. I think there may be more tickets than we handed out. So I'll call it out one more time, okay, guys? 127630. All right, we'll try another one then.
Tore more tickets than people, so there's going to be a few. Keep trying till we find somebody.
All right. So this one is 127673. I'll say it one more time. 127673. Okay, there we go. All right, thank you so much, guys.
And that, by the way, was Investigator Jeremy Lee of the Sheriff's Department.
Now, Mr. Bradley has indicated to me that they are going to be donating some money as well. And we'll be doing a drawing before the program is over so that another nonprofit will get a donation of $150. So in addition to the great meal that they gave us a great discount on, we appreciate your donation. I'd like to introduce someone very special at this time. All of you are in the business of providing services to individuals in need. And yesterday, a couple days ago actually, when I was at Brantley's restaurant, I talked to Rhonda Potter, who works there. And Rhonda said, would you extend my appreciation for services that were provided to me this year? And she told me a story, and I think it'd be much better if Rhonda came up and took a couple minutes just to tell you what exactly occurred in her life and how she was helped by the generosity of one of our nonprofit organizations here in Pamlico. It's my pleasure to introduce Rhonda Potter.
Good morning. I'm here to give my appreciation to Habitat for Humanity. Habitat has provided me a home. I had lived in a camper for 2 years, and he told me it was no way I had to get out. So I have just recently started moving into my home, and we had volunteers that come out through the Habitat. He got some of his people from the Rotary Club to come and help. I had friends and family that helped. But Mr. Santora, thank you. You have changed my life. This was a dream that come true to me. I've been wanting a home of my own for a long time. Living in my camper, I could not have my kids or grandkids over because it was just too small of an area. But now, after 4 Christmases that have gone by, I can have my kids and grandkids over for just private time with me and them. Mr. Santora, thank you.
each of us can play a part in all of our lives in making lives better, as we saw in the case of Rhonda. Our next presenter is a very special person who's a student here at our college, and we have a community living program, and it's one of the programs that we're most proud of here at the college. And each of the students are individuals who are courageously overcoming challenges, and they have dedicated faculty who help them do that, and loving parents. And at this time, I would ask you to please give a big round of applause for Sarah Verigate, who's going to sing the national anthem. Everybody, please rise.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly as we hailed as the twilight's last keeping, whose cross stripes and bright stars through the peril is fine, order and parts as we watch, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare dug a bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet away, or the land of free and of home of the parade.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so very much. We're going to be beginning in just a few minutes one of the highlights of this program. And it gives you an opportunity to come up and to tell us what your greatest highlights this past year have been. And I really appreciate the suggestions that we received after last year in order to allow us to shorten the program so all of you are able, that gets somehow, because I think we were waiting around to see if we would have lunch last year. But it was all good because we had great attendance for this, and people want to come up and tell a story. But what we would like to ask you to do as you come up this year is just for one speaker from the organization to speak, and be the executive director or whoever from your organization is designated to do that. And then the board members can come up with the speaker, and you can stand here with the speaker as the speaker provides comments. And then afterwards, we'll invite you to come over and get a photograph where Zach is going to provide his expertise. He does accept tips, by the way. Yeah, just kidding, just kidding. So you'll be able to have this. We will email it to you, and you'll be able to get the photograph out on your website and to those you serve And we do ask that you adhere to the 2 minutes out of respect for everyone else. Now, Sandy Wall here will give you some guidance because Sandy, as they have 30 seconds left, what will you do?
I will hold up the 30 seconds.
Very, very imaginative, on our part. And then, Sandy, what will you do if it hits the 2-minute mark and they're still talking?
I will ring this pleasant bell.
So we're determined that you're going to be out of here and by 11 o'clock at the latest, and that in the meantime you'll be able to share your story. Now, we had mentioned that we're working on a booklet to give you. Not everybody has provided us the information on your organization, and we had to make a decision, and rather than hand it out and embarrass anyone who gets that with their board members and you're not included, we did not complete it, and we're going to give you a few more weeks to provide the information for us, and then we'll get the booklet to you, and hopefully everybody will be able to provide that to us. I know it's very busy at this time of year, but if you get the chance, please provide that information, and then we'll get the booklet to you, which provides information on what your organization does. So today when you come up, you don't have to get into much detail at all as far as what your organization does, but more within the 2 minutes, if you would, what your highlights were. So we know it's almost like an annual report to our community on what you did. Now, one of the benefits for this, you as nonprofits hear what other nonprofits have done, and it provides inspiration for you as far as perhaps you can work together and make your organizations even better by knowing what people are doing. For example, last year, each of these have been magical for us. Last year I had the chance to meet the individuals from Promise Place. Afterwards we sat down and decided there's a way that we could collaborate so that our students and employees' lives are made better. The result of that, which came from this setting, we had Promise Place outstanding professionals come to our college 1 day a week. 1 day a week, they're professional counselors, and we provided an office for them, and free of charge to the college, free of charge to our students and employees, they have provided once a week professional mental health counseling to our employees and our students. So we thank you for that. And the point is, as you're hearing what others are doing, please feel free to connect afterwards and work together to make your organization even better. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read several names of organizations, and if you come up in what we call our on-deck circle here, and then as you're coming up, I will name the VIP, everybody's a VIP here, but distinguished elected officials and others that we want to recognize. First of all, I'm going to read these names, and please come on up along here, and then we'll get to you in just a moment. Could I have Bethany Christian Church, Broad Creek Christian Church, Broad Creek United Church of Christ, Camp Seafarer, Children's Theater Workshop, and the citizens involved in government. Please come up, line up if you would. And again, that's Bethany Christian Church, Broad Creek Christian Church, Broad Creek United Church of Christ, Camp Seafarer, Children's Theater Workshop, and citizens involved in government. All line up here. And as we're getting ready to allow you to provide your report, I'd like to recognize in our audience, we have County Commissioner Pat Prescott. Pat, would you rise, please? We have from the PCC Board of Trustees, Doug Pearsall. Doug. We have Larry Prescott from the PCC Board of Trustees. Larry. We have Iris Hudson from the PCC Board of Trustees. Iris. We have Carla Burns, President of Pamlico Community College Foundation. Carla. We have John Marlowe, Pamlico Community College Foundation. John. We have Tim Buck. Is Tim here? May not have been able to make it, but Tim is one who comes to many of our events and does a great job. We have Mr. Jeff Idolet from the County Compass. Jeff was the MC for the Chamber Expo and did a great job. And we also have Flora Mormon from the County Compass. Flora. And we have Jim White from Pamlico News. Jim. We also have with us Janice Cox, and Janice not only just a great leader in our community, but a special person to all of us is the wife of late PCC President Dr. Cleve Cox. Janice. And finally, we have Sheriff Chris Davis, who in my opinion is the best sheriff in all of North Carolina. Sheriff Davis. Okay, with that, we're going to turn it over to you, and my only role is going to be to get up there periodically and name the next ones to come on deck. But again, we have Bethany Christian Church, Broad Creek Christian Church, Broad Creek United Church of Christ, Camp Seagull Seafire, Children's Theater Workshop, and Citizens Involved in Government. So, when you come up, introduce yourself, remember the 2 minutes, and then afterwards get your photo. And then after you speak, the next group, just feel free to come up. I won't introduce you to save time. Okay? Let's do it.
Hello, I'm Mac Harris. I'm an elder at Bethany Christian Church in Arapahoe. Our minister, Tori Osgood, could not be here this morning, so I'm pulling double duty today. But Bethany tries to spread the gospel of Christ both internally and externally. And this past year, because of Hurricane Florence, the major thing that we've been doing is collecting money that we have used to help individuals around the community and to help other churches as well that were hurt by the hurricane. And primarily working with the community is what we try to do. Thank you.
My name is Scott Askew. I'm the preacher at Broad Creek Christian Church, and we have been proclaiming the gospel of Jesus Christ for 175 years. And Mr. Larry hasn't been there that long, but that's right? Yeah, okay, that's right. And we are honored to have been. I'm in a unique position. I've only been at the church for about 5 months now. So I came in after Hurricane Florence. I'm Beaufort County born and bred, and lived there for 43 years. And didn't venture over here a whole lot. So as I got to Broad Creek, I kind of came in on the back end of all the help that the church was offering. They received over $30,000 in funds to be able to disseminate and help others in the community in the aftermath of Hurricane Florence. As an outsider who is becoming more and more of a community member here, let me say, the church is all about community. It's about fellowship. It's about telling people, no matter your past or what you look like or where you've been, you have a place here. And when a church gets it right, it's beautiful. When a community gets it right, it's amazing. I have been entirely impressed by the Pamlico County community, by the number of nonprofits here. I just want to commend you for making it a county that is impressive by every means. And to be here today is an absolute honor. So we thank you for your support, and we thank you for your friendship, and we thank you for the community that we live in. Thank you.
Good morning. I bring you greetings from Broad Creek United Church of Christ. We're located in Oriental, North Carolina. And I'm here to tell you about an initiative that we started last summer called the Love Thy Neighbor Summer Lunch Program. And this was in reference to being able to provide lunches in partnership with Religious Community Services to children throughout Pamlico County. And it was very successful. We are so thankful to the volunteers who came out to assist us. We started in June of last year, soon after school closed, and we served about 1,200 lunches on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays through the end of August to the children and their families, to parents as well. And we will be starting the same program June 25th, and we'll be running it through the end of August. My pastor is Bishop Antonio King. He's unable to be here today due to another obligation. But we're so thankful to the community, to Religious Community Services, to McDonald's for providing some meals to us, apple slices and milk for the children. And we're thankful to those nonprofits or those organizations and churches who donated to us. Again, thank you all so much for the love that has been shown. Because just because children are out of school does not mean they should be out of food. Thank you.
And now could we have the following groups come up and take our on-deck presence here. The Coastal Women's Shelter, that's the Coastal Women's Shelter. Croker Festival, that's a Croker Festival. Donnelly Center, that's a Donnelly Center. Dottie Gray Ambulance Fund, Dottie Gray Ambulance Fund, and the Eastern Carolina Workforce Development Board, Eastern Carolina Workforce Development Board. By the way, we're videotaping this. We will send this to each of you who's on our contact sheet, and you'll have this so you can share this with those you serve.
Good morning. I'm Patty Higginbottom, founder and a member of the board of Children's Theater Workshop, and this is Bill Wheeler. This is Bill Wheeler, and he and his wife are both members of the board also. This summer, we will be marking 24 years of our program, and for a grassroots organization, we feel that's a very good lifespan, and we are looking off into the future. Our program is designed to give a summer enrichment program in theater arts in the old theater on Broad Street in Oriental, and we are very, very pleased and proud of the program that we have there. It's very well appreciated, and it's very well regarded by the theater arts teachers in North Carolina, whom we hire to come and teach our children in the summer in age-appropriate groups. And I think most of you have some experience there, and it's very often a grandchild that comes for a summer visit that finds their way into our program as well. But it's mainly geared to the Pamlico children who were not getting that much theater arts. Now we have paid theater arts teachers in all the schools in Pamlico County, which we're very, very pleased about. Did you want to say even hello?
And I would like to say this started out with a grandmother's love for her grandchildren and bringing more people into the program, and the skills that these kids can walk away with of working in a group, knowing what's going on around you on a stage. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Douglas Pearsall. I'm Vice Chair of Citizen involved in government. This is Sue Harrell, and Senator Hawkins. And our primary mission is to try and help the citizens of Pamlico County be able to provide them the knowledge for financial knowledge, and also for how to fill out resumes and various things of that nature. And we do sponsor the Martin Luther King program each year. It's normally held the third Sunday afternoon in January. So this coming January, we would invite each and every one to come and be lifted up by the spirit of Dr. Martin Luther King. Thank you so much. I yield my minute to somebody else.
I'm Jean White, and this is John Hyde, who's the Executive Director of Camp Seagull, YMCA Camp Seagull, excuse me. I'm here representing Waukesha White. She is Director of Community Programs for the camps. She had another obligation, but her mother, Hattie, is here. Waukesha started as a counselor, a camper, a day camper, and then went to become a counselor, and now she has this wonderful directorship there at the camp. I want to tell you what's happened at camp since last year and what YMC Camp Seagull and Seafair have done to impact the children of this county. You said talk about the highlights. Anytime that they're doing something with a child of this county, it is a highlight. Day campers came through last summer from the county. If they couldn't afford to be there, there were camper ships which provided scholarships for them. At Christmas time, camps works with DSS in providing toys for Pamlico kids. It's a huge undertaking, and that was out of Seafair, and I can't even think how many Christmas toys are given away. Throughout the school year, YMC camps through Waukesha do the Middle School United Nations. That's a year-long program of children study in a different country, and they go in April up to Black Mountain. Many of those children have never been to the mountains. Also, their youth and government program at the high school level, it changes lives. Waukesha took 40 to 50 children there to Raleigh to a conference, and they learned about a mock legislative session and introduced bills, and I'm convinced that many of them will go into government or legal positions. Most importantly, she just got back a few weeks ago from taking 11 high school students to Atlanta for a college tour. Many of those children hadn't been out of the state, but their testimonials about the time that they had were unbelievable. She's changing lives in this county. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, happy Friday's Eve. It is a pleasure to be here. My name is Tova Harrison. I have the pleasure of serving as the Executive Director for the Coastal Women's Shelter. I am joined this morning by Ms. Mary Beth Fennell, who serves as our agency's Board of Director Treasurer, and Ms. Lisa Moore, who is the longest standing member of the Coastal Women's Shelter team. She serves our Jones County service area. And Ms. Roselia Davis, who is our Pamlico advocate, unfortunately could not be here today, but she absolutely sends her greetings as well. So we are the organization that provides support services and programs for families that live with domestic violence throughout Craven, Jones, and Pamlico counties. So when I think about the highlights of this past year, specifically, I'd like to talk about two. The first is the assistance that we provided to our sister agency in Onslow County that was completely flooded out as a result of Hurricane Florence. Their emergency shelter, which provides safe haven for those families that can no longer stay in their homes due to domestic violence, was completely flooded and unable to house their current residents. So we were able to open our shelter's doors. We have a maximum capacity of 18, and we're able to offer emergency shelter for 8+ weeks to 8 of their residents. It is a thing that characterizes the partnership that we have and the importance of community and community support and helping out your neighbors when you can. So we were happy to do it as they are always very, very quick to come to our assistance and aid when needed. Secondly, I'd like to talk about a financial empowerment program that we started last year specifically for survivors of domestic violence. When you talk about the ability to keep yourself safe, there are certain skills that you need, but there's also stuff. You need things to secure for yourself and your families, on top of the knowledge. And so we've partnered with the North Carolina Coalition Against Domestic Violence, as well as PNC Bank and Marine Federal Credit Union, to provide financial counseling and matched funds up to $500. It's been a pleasure. We are fiercely committed to this work, and thank you for welcoming us in your community.